Good morning, students. Standard 9 Mathematics. Keep your notebook and pen ready to take notes. In this session, we are going to learn about the chapter Probability. Where is probability used? Probability is used a lot in daily life. Probability is used in such as math, statistics, finance, gambling, science, machine and artificial intelligence, and in many other activities. Probability is the branch of math that studies patterns of chance. Some common terms related to probability is experiment. Let us learn about the definition of experiment. It's a situation involving chance or probability that leads to results called outcomes. Outcome. A possible result of a random experiment is called outcome. Equally likely outcomes. All outcomes with equal probability is called equally likely outcomes. The definition of sample space is the set of outcomes of an experiment is known as sample space. Event. The definition of event is one or more outcomes in an experiment. Each element of the sample space is called sample point. General rules of probability is probability of a sure event is 1 and probability of an impossible event is 0. The probability is calculated as the ratio. Probability is equal to favorable outcomes divided by all possible outcomes. These are some important definitions in probability. Now, let us learn about some exercise problems. Exercise 9.1. First sum. You are walking along a street. If you just choose a stranger crossing you, what is the probability that his next birthday will fall on a Sunday? Here, you are walking along a street. If you choose a stranger means a different person. You don't know who is he. So the different person crossing you. So they are asking to find the probability that the stranger birthday will fall on a Sunday. Solution. For the probability problems, you have to write a sample space first. Sample space S is equal to, first you have to write a days of the week. So in a week, how many days are there? There are 7 days, you know that. So what are they? Monday. First you have to write Sunday, and then this is Sunday. Next is Monday, and then Tuesday. Next is Wednesday, and then next one is Thursday, Friday and Saturday. These are the 7 days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So now we have to write the number of element in the sample space. S is called sample space here. So number of n of S means number of elements in sample space. So in that set S, how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 elements in the sample space S. So n of S is equal to 7. Now we have to take A. Let us take A is the event of getting What they are asking in the question? The stranger's birthday, next birthday will fall on a Sunday. So we have to take A is the event of getting. A is the event of getting his birthday, his next birthday. His next birthday will fall on Sunday. Now we have to write the elements of the set A. So in A's, how many Sundays are there? In a week, only one Sunday is present. So you have to write that Sunday in element of yes, because we have taken A is the event of getting his birthday will fall on a Sunday. So you have to write how many Sundays are there in a sample space. Here we have only one Sunday. You have to write that Sunday in the elements of A. Now we have to write n of A. That means number of elements in the set A. How many elements are there in the set A? There are only one element. Now we have to find the probability of A. P of A means probability of A is equal to, the formula is n of A divided by n of S. This is the formula we have to use in probability. So P of A is equal to n of A divided by n of S. Here n of A is 1 divided by n of S is 7. So the answer is 1 by 7. Probability of A, P of A is equal to 1 by 7. Exercise 9.1, third problem. What is the probability of throwing an even number with a single standard dice of 6 faces? Solution. So throwing an even number with a single standard dice of 6 faces. You know the dice, isn't it? So dice have 6 faces. Let us take the sample space S is equal to, what are the faces of dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a dice we have 6 faces. It's like it's seen like a cube, isn't it? In that cube we have 1 dots in one face, 2 dots in other face, 3 dots in some other face, and 4 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots in some other faces. You know about the dice. So in sample space yes, we have to write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we have to write n of S, number of elements in the sample space yes. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements are in sample space yes. So number of elements in S is equal to 6. Now we have to take A. A is the event of getting. What they are asking? They are asking to find single standard dice of 6 faces, even number with a single standard. They are asking to find an even number with a single standard dice of 6 faces. So we have to take A is the event of getting. What they are asking? Even number. Getting even number. So now we have to write the elements of A. In a sample space yes, what are the even numbers we have? We have the even numbers 2, 4 and 6. We have 3 even numbers in the sample space yes. So inside the set A we have to write the even numbers as 2, 4 6. These are the even numbers in the sample space. Yes. So we have to take and write it separately inside the set A. Now we have to find n of A, number of elements in the set A. So how many elements are there in the set A? There are 3 elements. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 elements in the set A. Now we have to write the formula. P of A is equal to what? N of A divided by N of S. This is the formula of probability. So P of A is equal to N of A divided by N of S. So here N of A is 3 divided by N of S is 6. So P of A is equal to N of A by N of S, which is 3 by 6. Cancelling these 2, 3 ones are 3 and 2 3s are 6. Therefore, the answer is P of A is equal to 1 divided by 2. Exercise 9.1, fourth sum. There are 24 balls in a pot. If 3 of them are red, 5 of them are blue and the remaining are green, then what is the probability of picking out? First subdivision is a blue ball and the second subdivision is red ball and the third subdivision is green ball. Solution. First we have to write the sample space S. So S is equal to, how many balls are there? Totally how many balls they are given? There are 24 balls in a pot. So directly we have write N of S, number of elements in the sample space. How many balls are there? 24 balls. So directly we have to write N of S is equal to 24. So number of elements in the sample space is 24 because they are given there are 24 balls in a pot. So we have to take N of S is equal to 24. If 3 of them are red, let us take R is the red ball. R is the red ball and next one is blue. So B is the blue ball and next is green. G is the event of taking green ball. So R is the event of taking red ball, B is the event of taking blue ball and G is the event of taking green ball. Now number of red balls, that is N of R, that means number of red balls is, how many red balls are given? 3 of them are red. So you have to write number 3. N of R is equal to 3. There are 3 red balls. And blue balls, how many blue balls are there? N of B, number of blue balls. How many blue balls are there? 5 of them are blue balls. So N of B is equal to 5. And the next is G, green balls. So number of green balls is equal to, here they are not given the number of green balls directly. We have to identify the number of green balls because they are given 3 of them are red, 5 of them are blue, remaining are green. The remaining balls are green balls. So we have to find the number of green balls is equal to, total number of balls is how much? Total number of balls minus number of red balls and number of blue balls. So number of red balls is 3 plus number of blue balls is 5. So you have to subtract the red ball and blue ball from the total number of balls to get the number of green balls. So 24 minus 3 plus 5 is 8. So 24 minus 8 is 16. Therefore, the number of green balls N of G is equal to 16. There are 16 green balls in a pot. Now, we have to identify the probability of picking out a blue ball. First subdivision is probability of getting a blue ball. This is the first subdivision. So, let us take B be the event of getting blue ball. Blue ball. So n of B, number of blue ball is equal to 5. Now we have to find the probability of blue balls. P of B is equal to n of B divided by n of S. So n of B is 5 divided by n of S is 24. 5 by 24 is the answer for the probability of getting blue ball. Next we have to identify the probability of getting red ball. So the second subdivision is probability of getting red ball. Let us take R be the event of getting red ball. R be the event of getting red ball. So number of red balls, n of R is equal to how many red balls are there? There are 3 red balls. So n of R is equal to 3. We have to identify probability of getting red ball. That means P of R is equal to n of R divided by n of S. So n of R is 3 and n of S is 24. So 3 by 24 is the probability of getting red ball. This third one. Next, the third subdivision is, what is the third subdivision? We have to find the probability of getting green ball. We have to find the probability of getting green ball. Let us take G be the event of getting green ball. G be the event of getting green ball. Now number of green balls is equal to how many green balls are there? There are 16 green balls. So probability of G is equal to n of G divided by n of S, which is equal to n of G is 16 divided by n of S is 24. So 16 by 24. By cancelling the numerator and denominator by 4, we will get 4 4s are 16 and 6 4s are 24. Again we will cancel it by 2 table. 2 2s are 4 and 3 2s are 6. This is the answer for the third probability. I repeat it once again, children. There are 24 balls in a pot. If 3 of them are red, 5 of them are blue and the remaining are green, then what is the probability of picking out a blue ball, the red ball and green ball? First we have to take the total number of balls. N of S is equal to total number of balls is equal to 24. We have to take R is the event of getting red ball, B is the event of getting blue ball and G is the event of getting green ball. So here they are given n of R, number of red balls is 3 and the number of blue balls is 5. Number of green balls is, you have to subtract the green and red balls, the blue and red balls from the total number of balls. So 24 minus 8 is equal to 16. The total number of green balls is equal to 16. Now we have to identify the event of getting the red ball. So here R be the event of getting red ball. N of R is equal to number of red balls is 3. So P of R is equal to n of R divided by n of S, which is equal to number of red balls is 3 and total number of balls is 24. So cancelling these two, 1 by 8 we will get the answer. Next is, we have to find the number of event of getting a blue ball. B be the event of getting blue balls. So number of blue balls is equal to how many blue balls are there? There are 5 blue balls. So 5. P of B is equal to n of B divided by n of S, which is equal to number of blue balls is 5 divided by total number of balls is 24. 5 by 24. Next is green ball. G is the event of getting green ball. N of G is equal to the number of green balls is 16. So probability of G is equal to n of G divided by n of s, which is equal to 16 divided by 24. Cancelling these two, we will get 2 8s are 16 and 3 8s are 24. 2 by 3 is the answer. Next is exercise 9.2. First sum. A company manufactures 10,000 laptops in 6 months, out of which 25 of them are found to be defective. When you choose one laptop from the manufactured, what is the probability that selected laptop is a good one? Solution. Here first we have to identify the number of sample space. So n of s is equal to how many laptops are given? There are 10,000 laptops. So you have to take this as n of s. So n of s is equal to 10,000. Now they are given the number of defective laptops. How many laptops are defective? 25. 10,000 laptops, out of which 25 of them are found to be defective. Therefore, the number of defective laptops is equal to 25. Now, we have to identify the number of good laptops. So, number of good laptops is equal to find this, we have to subtract the number of defective laptops from the total number of laptops. So 10,000 minus the defective is 25. 10,000 minus 25 is 9,975. This is the number of good laptops. Number of good laptops is equal to 9,975. Now we have to find what is the probability that selected laptop is a good one. So we have to take A is the event of getting good laptop. A is the event of getting good laptop. We have to take A is the event of getting good laptop. So number of A. So number of good laptops is equal to how many good laptops are there? 9,975. 9,975 good laptops are there. So the formula is P of A is equal to N of A divided by N of S. This is the formula. So here N of A is 9,975 divided by N of S. N of S is your 10,000. N of S is 10,000. So 9,975 divided by 10,000. By cancelling these two in 5 table, we will get 399 divided by 400. 399 divided by 400. Cancelling by 5 table, we will get this answer, 399 divided by 400. Third problem, the probability of guessing the correct answer to a certain question is x by 3. If the probability of not guessing the correct answers is x divided by 5, then find the value of x. Solution. So here they are given the probability of guessing the correct answer. Correct answer is x by 3 and not guessing the correct answer is x by 5. Isn't it? Let us take A be the event of getting the probability of the correct answer, guessing the correct answer. A be the event of guessing the correct answer. So they are given the probability of guessing the correct answer. They are given the probability of So you have to write P of A is equal to, directly you have to write x by 3. They are given the probability of guessing the correct answer is x by 3. So P of A is equal to x by 3. Next, take A dash is the event of getting the incorrect answer. Not guessing the correct answer means incorrect answer. So probability of A dash is equal to, they are given x divided by 5. Probability of guessing the incorrect answer is x divided by 5. We know that the probability of sure event is equal to 0. Probability of sure event is equal to 1. Probability of sure event is equal to 1. Probability of impossible event is equal to 0. This is the formula or important concept in probability. Probability of sure event is equal to 1. That means if we add this P of A and P of A dash, you should get the answer 1. This is the meaning of the sure event. The probability of getting the correct answer and the probability of guessing the incorrect answer. If we add these two probabilities, we should get the answer 1. So here what we have in the probability of P of A, x divided by 3. Substitute here, plus P of A dash is x divided by 5. Substitute here, is equal to 1. From this equation, we have to find the value of x. So cross multiplying this, 5 into x is 5x, and cross multiplying these two, 3 into x is 3x, divided by multiplying the denominators, 3 into 5, 15, is equal to 1. Now 5x plus 3x is 8x, divided by 15 is equal to 1, which implies x is equal to 15 into 1 is 15, divided by 8. So the value of x is 15 divided by 8. Next, fourth problem. If a probability of a player winning a particular tennis match is 0.72, what is the probability of the player losing the match? Solution. We know that probability of sure event is equal to 1. So here they are given the player winning the match. Probability of the player winning the match. Let us take A is the event of getting the player winning the match. Event of getting the player winning the match. So P of A is equal to, winning the match is 0.72. They are given the probability of the player winning the test match is 0.72. Now we have to find what is the probability of the player losing the match. Let us take A dash is the event of getting the player losing the match. You know already. So we have to find P of A dash is equal to what? So you know already, P of A plus P of A dash is equal to 1. Here they are given probability of A is winning the match is 0.72 plus probability of not winning the match. This one you have to identify, which is equal to 1. So P of A dash is equal to 1 minus this 0.72 will become minus 0.72 when it comes to the other side, right hand side. So now we have to subtract 0.72 from 1. So take 1 as 1.00 and 0.72 by subtracting these two. Here borrow 1 from here. So this place you will get 9 and this place you will get 10. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. Therefore the answer is 0.28. The probability of the player losing the match is equal to 0.28. Students, these are the homework sums for you. Practice these sums in your notebook and submit it when school reopens. If you have any doubt in this, it will be clarified when school reopens.